Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Indiana High School Hoops here on Indiana SRN. We're live from Brebeuf Jesuit High School as the host Braves get set to do battle against the Covenant Christian Warriors in this Circle City Conference matchup. Hi again, everybody. Jimmy Cook alongside my partner tonight, the coach Keith Myers. Coach, got a battle of two teams ranked in the top 10 in their respective classes, the Warriors in Class 2A, the Braves in Class 3A, and of course, most importantly, both foes in the Circle City Conference. And a look at those standings right now.
Yeah, Covenant Christian is in the first place in the Circle City Conference with a record of 1-0. Heritage Christian 1-0. Brebeuf, the first game in the Circle City Conference. Guerin has not played a conference game. Roncalli or Chittard, so early, but a must-win, I think, for Covenant Christian. Get that 2-0 lead into the conference play just before Christmas break. So should be a very interesting contest. Another night where we have two ranked teams in opposite class. The other night we had Greenwood Christian was number 9 in 1A taking on Covenant Christian, which is an 8 in 2A. So should be an interesting contest. Brebeuf played last night. So do they have legs for back-to-back? We'll see.
Yeah, the Braves most recently, as Coach mentioned, last night battled 3A Shortridge on the road, an 89-53 victory for them, improving their record to 3-1 on the season. On the other side of the docket, the Warriors have been off for the last 2 days since their matchup against Greenwood Christian Academy. That was a road contest that was close in the early going, but after that it was pretty much all Covenant Christian. They jumped out to an early lead, and the Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars were unable to put together any sort of rally in that one. Coach, the other point of note from that ball game, of course, was one of the players to watch for tonight is the senior Trey Flatt. Flatt has 2 fouls early in that game, and they really didn't end up needing him.
No, they didn't need him at all. And some surprise play from Buckley that did a nice job that night. Wilson, of course, and Lomax, those kids made the difference in that ball game.
For the Braves, we mentioned 3-1 coming in. What really stands out to you about this team?
I like their discipline. They can either run up or down the floor, or they can slow it down for you. Todd Howard has a team that, now he's been there for quite many years now, his 7th year, and they are definitely in his program and knows what they expect and what he's expecting for them to do. And it's very important for them to get off of a good start here. You were on the road last night. You're at home tonight. It was senior night. They introduced their 2 seniors to a small crowd tonight, as we are limited in seating at Brebeuf due to the pandemic. But I think we're going to have that everywhere we go this season.
You could make an argument for the Warriors, and I guess that Roncalli game was just an 11-point win, but they've really yet to be tested to their full potential so far early on. Do you expect that to be that kind of test tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Up and down. I think Brebeuf will try to put some pressure on them. You look at the keys of the game for Brebeuf. They have to protect their home court. They have to shoot free throws, and then they got to keep Covenant Christian shooters in check. By that means they are very good shooters. They go after the ball. They follow their shots, and I think Brebeuf can do that very well. If they keep the pace of Covenant Christian, they may get in trouble, though.
And as far as the Braves are concerned, 3-1, that just one loss to their credit and back home, that's always good. I mean, I know it is close to the holidays, and the pandemic has impacted, as you mentioned, the crowds that we're able to have, but still a nice attendance so far. It's always good to be back in your home gym.
I always wanted to play home instead of away. But you're limited. I think there was 500 seats available tonight, so that's real important. For Covenant Christian, they're on the road back-to-back. First time, let's see how they respond of being on the road back-to-back.
For this matchup, when you look at the series the last 35 years, of course, courtesy of John Harrell's Indiana High School Basketball, the Braves have never lost to the Warriors, a perfect 9-0 the last time these two teams met. Brebeuf defeated Covenant Christian 81-67 back on December 21st of 2019. Though it should be noted, Coach, John Harrell's prediction tonight, even though the Warriors have never got it done, he thinks they do this evening, a 69-67 win for the Warriors.
Well, that's 2 points. That's awful. But he hit the Tech game last night.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, let's look at the keys of the game real quick for Covenant Christian. They have to rebound well. They have to limit their turnovers, and then they have to play their pace. As long as they play their pace, I think they're going to be just fine. It should be an interesting contest. And real quick, I want to throw this story real quick. I got a phone call from one of the Covenant Christian fans that college coach from Xavier is recruiting their son to play baseball. He watched our game Thursday night, and he commented on the play-by-play and the color guy. He said those guys were hilarious. I would watch any game at all. So, Coach, from Xavier, if you're watching the baseball, Coach, if you're watching, we're back on.
Well, we always appreciate the fans listening and watching around the state, around the country, and around the world. Some last factoids about these two teams. According to the Sagarin ratings, the Braves ranked 49th overall in the state, 11th in their class of 3A. The Warriors, meanwhile, ranked 68th and 6th in 2A. Both teams are on the rise in their respective classes, both teams hoping to gain further momentum in the Circle City Conference standings. We're going to step away. When we come back, we will have lineups and the tip between 6th ranked in Class 3A Brebeuf Jesuit and 8th ranked in Class 2A Covenant Christian. You're watching all the action right here on Indiana SRN.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Welcome back to Brebeuf Jesuit High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. So pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Saturday night with us here on Indiana SRN. Want to remind you, plenty of action all this week on the Indiana SRN family of networks. Go to indianasrn.org for more information for schedules and times galore for all of the action on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. Tonight's starters for the Warriors, visiting Covenant Christian, 2-0 on the year. A 6'4" senior, number 2, Graham Shelton. At the other guard slot, a 6' senior, and our player to watch for tonight, number 3, Trey Flatt. A 6' senior, number 14, Brian Lomax at the other guard position. At the forward slot, a 6'4" junior, number 23, Brock Buckley. And at the other guard position, a 5'9" senior, number 20, Michael Wilson. Head coach is Scott Flatt in his 16th year at Covenant Christian, 167 and 173. Switching over to starters for Brebeuf. At one guard, a 6' senior, number 0, Austin Easel. At the other guard position, a 5'11", senior, number 1, Anthony Hobson. At the forward slot, a 6'6", junior, number 11, Billy Smith. And at the other guard position, a 6'2", junior, number 22, Michael Irk.
Want to do a shout out to Bobby Allen, the head coach at Guerin Catholic, who's eavesdropping on us tonight in the skybox. Thank you very much, Coach. And you know, if you want to text us through the whole entire day, you can do that too. We appreciate that. A tough loss for you last night, but I'm sure the Golden Eagles will be ready to play as we're ready to tip the ball. And here's Jimmy.
Covenant Christian in the green, Brebeuf in the white. Ball tapped and controlled, taken by the Warriors. Also should note, Evan Amon, the 6'6" senior, number 2 in white, out there for the Braves. Nice pass inside for the Warriors. Up and under, move high off the window and in by Michael Wilson.
How did he get that shot off?
Able to readjust in midair, and the Warriors draw first blood 2-0.
That's a horse shot, Jimmy.
That was, with body contact as well. Braves working around the perimeter, lost that out of bounds. That'll stay on this end. Went initially off of Easel. Warriors touch it last. Let's take a look at that replay.
I mean, up and over. I think he got hit. Maybe not, but they passed.
Quick entry pass. Smith for 3. Billy Smith knocks it down. The 6'6" junior gets the first basket for the Braves, and they have their first lead. Right side, triple to answer. Lomax off the mark, and a over-the-back call is going to go against the Warriors. A call that against Brock Buckley. His first on the team, first of the game. And a little bit of pressure being applied by the Warriors. You know, surprised by this, Coach?
I am that they're pressing. I thought Brebeuf would be pressing.
Amon gets it to Hobson. Got a 10 count to work against, and he does. Heavily pressured there by Wilson. They work it around the horn. Smith hit a 3 there a moment ago. The second one won't drop for him. And an over-the-back call the other way as Easel commits the personal. His first on the Braves.
You know, we talked about this conference. All the teams in this conference is just going to battle night after night after night. And you got to be physical in this conference.
I know you and I both have some biased ties, myself more so being a Roncalli alum, but I stand by it that in terms of talent in Central Indiana, pound for pound, the Circle City Conference is right there amongst the very best. You're going to get a quality matchup with quality talent night in and night out.
Can't argue with you.
At the top, Wilson controls, feeds high post to Buckley, looking for a cutter, finds Lomax, puts it up off the window. It won't go for him. Rebound tipped up and taken by the Braves. Easel heavily pressured and it's foul. A little too much contact there by Wilson. He'll pick up his first personal, be the second on the Warriors.
But you don't see Scott Black getting upset. He wants that contact.
He knows the physicality is going to be key for the Braves to pull off the upset tonight. On the road here at Brebeuf Jesuit. Smith at the top. Gets a look to Amon. He'll feed inside to Smith. It's swatted away on the pass. Up the floor come the Warriors. Lomax. They'll call a kicked ball.
You know, they changed that rule a couple of years ago. If it was intentionally, it's a kick. I think that just rolled off his foot. Maybe he should have passed, maybe not. Good break for the Warriors.
Flattle inbound, quickly to Lomax. Brian will set up shop on the far right. Skips over to Wilson. Around the horn they go. Back to Wilson on the left side. Matches up. Little crossover, step back. He'll feed over to Buckley. Buckley now to Flat, his first touch of the night. Corner three, Buckley. Off the backboard, almost bounced in. Rebound and a second chance effort won't go for Lomax, and a foul is going to go the other way.
This is going to be on Buckley again. Or, they said the ball knocked out of bounds. Okay.
They did call it on Buckley.
They called it on Buckley.
Official went quickly to the scorer's table. We weren't unable to see him when he went over there, but the PA announcer did say it was on Buckley. That'll be his second. Oh, excuse me, correction, that's on Caleb Crane, his first. Basket there for the Braves. A correction to the correction. It was Buckley on that personal foul. He now has two. Scratch that off for Crane. No fouls for him yet in this game. At the top, Flattle hoist to three. That one's long. Tapped up, controlled, and taken by Hobson. Hobson amongst three defenders. He has it stripped. Here's Wilson. Up ahead. Puts it off the window and scores. Wilson now with four. Warriors back within one. Braves having a little bit of trouble with this pressure being applied by the Warriors.
Well, they're all over you.
There's some contact. A body fell on the floor. That was Wilson. Up ahead come the Braves. Hobson resets around Easel. And now Anthony will take it on the far right side. Looking for a screen. He gets one. Pressure stays and a travel. He shuffled the feet. Great physical defense by the Warriors as Lomax forces the turnover.
I didn't know that Scott Flatt had his license. I mean, he had the travel call down pat. He pointed correctly. He didn't use his finger. He used his whole hand. Man,
you're impressed there?
Scott's, yeah. Him and Bobby Allen in this conference are the best two referees in this conference.
There you go. We'll have to keep track of his scorecard as the night goes on.
You bet.
Wilson gives the flat. Trey controls his second touch of the night. Little pick and pop. Crane for three. It's good. Caleb Crane, his first basket of the ball game was a triple, and the Warriors regained their first lead since it was 2-0.
How about coming off the bench and knocking down a three early? That's it. That's big.
That'll get your confidence going. Skip pass in the corner. Smith goes baseline, ran out of room. It's picked off and taken by the Warriors. Crane will reset things. Now Flat surveys the scene. Crosses over, and let's see what the call is. A foul's going to go against Easel. His second. Ezel make that.
How about setting
Crane's three?
How about setting the feet? Nice job. That's his second. So now we go to the benches now. One each.
Zach Reed subs in for the Braves. Flat, nice pump fake, kicks. Lomax, three, long.
Ooh.
Rebound taken by Hobson. Almost has it taken away. Hobson gets it back now. And it might be over and back. Indeed it is. Let it cross the half-court line. Turn over to the Warriors. That pressure continues to create all sorts of fits. Coach, I got to be honest. A 3A program like the Braves, as disciplined as Coach Howard has this ball club year over year, I'm a little surprised that this kind of pressure It's not aggressive pressure, but it's consistent pressure.
Well, they may not have seen it all year long, too. They played Cathedral. I'm sure they saw some pressure there. But I tell you what, Covenant Christian is just in your shorts.
They are. Not giving any breathing room. Flat around a screen. Tried to get some separation. It's not there. Takes it back out. Little crossover. And he traveled.
If anything, what Trey does, I think he dribbles the ball too much. I think he's trying to create very quickly, but
there were times last year, and there's for sure a high-end amount of talent with Flat, but there were times last year, which so far I have not seen this year, as a turnover by the Braves yet again. That's their fourth turnover unofficially in this quarter. He looked like a bull in a china shop at times. Now, I haven't seen that as much this season. That possession, though, you did see a little bit of it.
Yep.
A lot of dribbling, and the defenders just, at some point, it's okay to reset and try to set a screen, come off a nice curl and get open on perhaps a backdoor cut. Rising and firing is Wilson. That's in and out. Rebound controlled and taken by the Braves. That was Reed, who took a forearm to the face. That foul's going to go against Wilson. That's his second.
And now Covenant Christian a little bit in foul trouble with Buckley has two, Wilson has two. But they go so deep.
You were mentioning that last night, earlier in the week against against the Cougars.
Greenwood, yep.
And we saw it then, but the margin was so big for them that it was hard to tell. So we might get a 10-second count here. They just get it across. It was hard to tell how real the depth is. Tonight's a great opportunity for them to show just how talented the back end of the bench is. Hobson at the top. They'll work it around. Reed finds Irk all alone. Michael Irk knocks down the triple. His first basket of the night. Lead back to the Braves. Jaden Ashley, who checked in moments ago. Skip pass, Flat, can't leave him open. Long on that one, though. Braves get lucky. Rebound falls to Luke Shelton. Pass inside and put him on the line. Give that to Jaden Ashley. Knocks down the layup, but a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
How about the unselfish play there?
You always love that. Whenever you have a group on the floor that has that type of connectivity, it's always nice to see them make that extra pass. Free throws off the mark, but the rebound, Shelton. Back to Ashley. Flat will reset. They might double dip on this possession. Flat kicks it. Ashley hesitates. Now they'll restructure the offense. Shelton back to Ashley. Flat posting up. Flat almost had it taken away. A double comes. Flat pump fakes, rises, gets it to go. A difficult shot off the window for the senior.
How about forcing that shot?
His first basket of the game. And now a steal. Flat there to get it right to Shelton. Diving on the floor. Shelton has it taken away. They're going to say it was last touch by the Braves. Last touch by the Warriors, I should say. Braves basketball. Take another look back at that last shot.
Unselfish. He was wide open.
Use the pump fake to get the defender up, and then just a quick little dish. Officials are going to, I believe, have a discussion real quick, or is there blood on the jersey? Too tough to tell from our vantage point. My guess is going to be a substitution issue, the way that they're handling things, as Tony Flat checks into the ball game.
Got quiet in the gym, didn't it?
That it did. Irk to inbound, gets to Hobson. Hobson will walk it up the floor. Pressure comes. Gets it up smartly. Nice find inside, and the layup is good. They find Evan Amon behind the defense. 4 different Braves have scored in this first quarter, yet they trail by 1. Flat trying to make it a 4-point deficit. The tip-in is good, though. That was a tough tip-in. The trailer on the board was Amon. Crane was there as well for the basket. He's now got 5. Lead is 3, and another turnover. The Warriors' pressure stifling in this first quarter.
Yeah, unofficially, I have him for 6.
It's about where I have him at as well. Warriors' pressure leading to extra opportunities. Can they take advantage of it again? Flat looking. Has to get it in and goes to the last option in Shelton. Back to Flat. A reset to Shelton. Got the defender up. That was younger brother Tony Flat controls. Back to Trey. Trey some space, and he carried it. Don't see that called every day.
No, you don't see that in a varsity game often, but maybe he did carry it over, gained the advantage.
Let's look at that flat miss and the rebound, put back. Crane just getting one paw on it. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll stay here, taken by the Braves. They trail by 3, 13-10 with 1:27 left to go in this first quarter. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. Coach, so far, story of the game, the Warriors' pressure. Whether it's the full court or the half-court trap they've been installing, it's led to turnovers, and it's led to point opportunities for the Warriors. On top of that, Braves unable to get into a rhythm.
And you got to be pretty excited if you're Covenant Christian coming, again, coming in Brebeuf in the house and handling them. Next games for Covenant Christian on Indiana SRN is December 18th. That's next weekend against Chittard. And December 29th, they're in the Moorestown Invitational Tournament against South Ripley. For Brebeuf, their next game is Tinley on December 18th and Hamilton Southeastern on the 22nd before their Christmas break.
That's a big one. Battling HSE.
Especially at Hamilton Southeastern.
You're not wrong there. Braves rattled with the basketball out of the timeout. Down by 3, trying to get it around the horn. They find Smith. He'll drive, hangs, and scores. Billy Smith now with 5. 1-point game with 1:05 to go in the quarter. Flat, drives, ran out of room. Fake the extra pass, back to Flat. Crane hangs, quick shot, off the mark. Board by Amon.
Crane off the wrong foot.
Hobson a crossover. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Works on the younger Flat. Around a screen. Hobson puts his head down and one! Anthony Hobson, an aggressive take, got behind the defense. 4 points for him now and an old-fashioned three-point play upcoming.
You have to call for help when he beats you. The weak side defender must come over. Watch this. No one there to help him. That's a pretty good call. Nice shot.
One more with the and one. Hobson leaves it way short. Just over 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Lomax at the top matches up with Hobson. Gives to Shelton. He had a couple big threes against the Cougars earlier in the week. Lomax in the lane, adjusts off the mark. Rebound, won by Darren Beret.
Now, see that outlet pass that they went on the opposite side, forced the ball. They kicked the ball out of bounds themselves. They got to come to the weak side on that one, Jimmy.
As Coach alluded to, with that kick out of bounds, it stays with the Warriors. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. Crane finds Flat, matched up with Irk. Forces the issue. Back to Shelton. He had a buzzer beater against the Cougars and the first quarter earlier in the week. Flat with 5. Flat with 4. Flat throws it up there. It gets blocked. Scooped up by Irk. He'll heave it at the horn, and that'll be blocked and end an exciting first quarter. The Braves go on a 4-0 run to close quarter number 1. They lead the Warriors by 1. Second quarter upcoming after this on Indiana SRN.
Faith in a company is extremely important, and Johnson Mellon puts their money where their mouth is. In the past several years, we've, as a company, had tithed in which is pretty unheard of.
Things from donating equipment to churches, helping non-for-profits, helping wounded warriors, working with the Catholic community, the churches, a lot of people that may be even struggling that help daycares, help children come into this industry. So we do a lot of donations back to the community, but also our workers and our team also helps in those projects.
Welcome back to Brebeuf Jesuit High School. Start of the second quarter about to get underway between the Braves and the Warriors. The host Braves on top by 1, 14-13. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here on a Saturday night for some high school hoops on Indiana SRN. Braves closed that first quarter on a 4-0 run. They'll have the basketball to start quarter number 2 as Michael Irk looks to inbound. Coach, any adjustments on either side you'd like to see?
I think you just keep on playing straight up basketball.
You expect that pressure to continue from the Warriors?
You bet.
Hobson will work around a screen. He gives it to Deeren on the right side. They skip it over to Brebeuf. Down the lane, puts it up. Led to the line. They'll give the foul to Luke Shelton. His first.
Knocks down the first.
Deeren Brebeuf hits the first one. As Coach mentioned, he'll have one more. His first points of the night for the junior, coming in off the bench. Knocks them both down cleanly. Good stroke by the junior. Lead is 3. Largest of the game for the Braves. Shelton gives to Crane. Now to Graham Shelton. Graham leaves to Flat. Trey will launch a 3. Short. Rebound by Brebeuf. And he's going to be hacked on the arm.
You know, you're 84 feet away from the basket. He has the rebound. Go back and play defense.
And to your point, Coach, we talked about how the aggression has to be, the physicality has to be concise, but there's a fine line with it, and that line has now been crossed as the bonus is in effect the rest of the way. You got to be careful with that pressure.
And the kid that just knocked down 2 free throws now shoots a 1-and-1.
Deeren Brebeuf, first one up, that one off the mark.
No block out.
Broadcaster jigs there. Layup up, layup in for Evan Amon. He now has 4 points, his first basket of the quarter. Lead is 5. 18-13. The lead balloons to 5. Largest of the game continues to grow.
You can't get this away. You got to stay close here.
Warriors work it around. At the top is Shelton, right side to Lomax. He had a productive first quarter. Flat on the bench, getting some rest. Luke Shelton will try the triple. Off the mark, rebound, skying high and smacking it down is Smith. Amon pushes. Gives to Reed. Floater on the baseline is good. Zach Reed scores his first basket, and Coach Scott Flatt has seen enough. He wants a timeout. Largest lead of the game for either team. It's 20-13. 30-second timeout. We'll stay here.
Indiana SRN brings you a slew of games for you next weekend, and next week it all begins on Tuesday right here on the network of Indiana SRN. Just stay with us, and we're just got you covered from girls games to boys games all during the week. And let's look at Tuesday's schedule. Traders Point at Heritage Christian. That's a boys game. That's a senior night. Pendleton Heights take on Guerin Catholic. First time we'll see Guerin Catholic for the year, Jimmy. And Lawrence Central takes on Addicts. And Park Tudor takes on Greenwood Christian. That's a girls game. So 4 games for you on Tuesday, 4 games on you on Thursday, 5 games for you on Friday. We only work at 6 games on Saturday. So a slew of games for you right here on Indiana SRN.
Well, you're always in the game.
Oh, you stole my line. I like it.
It's the Coach Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook. Out of the timeout, Warriors have the basketball on the wrong end of a 10-0 run dating back to the latter portion of the first quarter. Trey Flat back in the ball game, goes baseline aggressively, can't turn it home, but forces the issue and earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
They needed a basket their time. I kept note here, 3 times down the floor, 3 3-pointers. That's not your offense, or should not be your offense.
When they generate those 3-point looks, when they're working in the flow of the offense, that's one thing. But you're right, Coach. The last couple of trips, they felt forced.
And that's their first point in about 2.5 minutes as well.
First point of the quarter. Flat puts it in. He has 3 on the night. One more for him. That one's in and out. Rebound won by Reed. Gives it ahead to Smith. Now Reed will walk it ahead. Matches up with Shelton. Sees some space. Kicks. Corner. Ezel to the rim. Not that time. Second chance effort. One down low by Amon.
But, Jimmy, they're letting them drive 7 feet from the basket. You got to stop the ball at least 15 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, anytime you allow that inside penetration, of course, you want to box out, but you open the door for more random possibilities of a second chance basket going in. That shot by Flat, wild and off the mark. Lead is at 8. Trap being applied. High pass into the stands.
Oh, nice catch by the guy with the mask with the red-headed girlfriend. Oh, nice catch. How about that? Now, you would have called for the fair catch.
I would have, you're right. I was just laughing at you pointing out the guy with the mask at a place where everybody's required to wear a mask.
Okay, thanks. Bobby Allen, please come to the skybox. I need you.
Caleb Crane walks it up the floor after the Braves turnover. That pressure once again forces a mistake by the Braves. Flat at the top, hesitates, hop step, and almost ran out of room. Gives to his younger brother Tony, and he's traveled. Well, it looked like the older Flat was going to be the one that got the travel. Instead, he kicks it out to his brother, and he's the one that shuffles the feet. Turnover back to the Braves. That's been one area where the Warriors haven't been as effective, Coach. They've generated the turnovers, but the points off turnovers have not been there as much in this one.
Good point. Let's see what they got here.
Reed will walk it up, matched up with Tony Flat. Trap applied by his brother Trey. They tried to get it down low, and a turnover.
Now, that was a little bit more aggressive, but he's only 7 feet away from the basket. You got to stop that penetration a little bit sooner.
Beret tried to throw it down low to Irk.
Okay, I think they'll go baseline here on this series. Let's see.
Flat at the top. See if Coach is right. Flat works. Gets the crossover. Little Euro hop step. Throws it up. Won't go. Read the board. Flat almost with the foul there. Looked like Ezel had dribbled it off the foot of Lomax, and then it went out of bounds. Instead, the official says that Ezel hit the line first. Lomax thrilled with that. Ezel not so much.
Well, Lomax has a smile on his face because Lomax knows he got a break.
I got away with it there. Crane gives over to Shelton at the top on the left side.
See, I think you run the 1-3-1 here and force the ball in the baseline.
Flat to Crane. Pump fake. Has it stripped. Gets it back. Nice pass inside. One more. Lomax throws it up there. Won't go, but I believe he'll head to the line. Lomax once again being the aggressor, that time off the feed from Shelton. Coach Howard trying to plead his case that his players' hands were straight up. It's always one of my favorite comments from the officials whenever you complain about the hands. But no, you're good up here, Coach. Got him with the body, though.
Exactly.
Body contact. Watch out for it.
You know it, don't you? I used to say that all the time, even when they didn't even get the body.
Lomax's first free throw is good. Gets that one as well. His first points of the night. Lead down to 6 with over 4.5 to go in this first half. Ezel trapped,
double dribble.
And he carried it.
Yep. That's just pressure, putting you on you're using the baseline as a defender.
Yeah, they're using the extra sideline as a defender, as you mentioned, and additionally to that, the Braves, it looks like, Coach, are anticipating the trap. They're not using their vision to look ahead with what to do. They're so worried about the pressure coming that by the time they're aware of it, it's too late.
And how do you defend that? By putting your head up.
Yep. Flat gives to his brother Trey. Little crossover, and he pushed off. I don't know if he pushed off as aggressively as the official thought he did, but it was beautifully timed by Ezel. He knew the hand was coming. Maybe saw it on film earlier in the week. Either way, he was there to take the charge.
The Indiana SRN award for acting goes to?
I will tell you this much, though, Coach.
Yes.
You're the official in the room.
Yes.
He had his arm on his chest. Whether or not the young man embellished it or not, that's what the official saw.
Well, I didn't see that.
Shelton walking up the floor.
This is a Covenant
Make
Christian
that
broadcast, right?
I am aware. But
all right. I just want the home folks liking me.
I agree.
Oh!
That is a push-off. That is the same call. They'll call a travel, which you're 100% right. That's the same call. Ezel there.
Well, that official was on the other side of the floor.
You're right.
There you go.
Right.
All right.
Now Flat will walk it up. That is just Flat's first.
That's why it's so much fun. Much fun to work with you because you just bring the best out of me.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh,
there's a steal
slam.
read by Amon, lays it up and in.
Nice steal.
Close to a dunk. Amon now has his hands on Crane, all draped over him. Lead is 8, 24-16. Cut by Tony Flat, almost had it poked away. Lomax gets it, and he's fouled. That's going to go against, I believe, Irk. And the 6th-team foul on Brebeuf. Second on Irk.
Now you go deeper into your bench.
Michael Macaluso checks in. Make that Merrick Macaluso, excuse me.
They can't play with 6, so okay, I'll just go.
Got to make the quick adjustment.
Yeah.
Good of the officials to point that out for him. Friendly reminder. Just under 3.5 to go in this first half. Trey Flatt, the touted senior, addresses things for the offense. Nice pass inside. Reverse layup and one. What a pass from Flatt. What a finish from Shelton and an old-fashioned three-point play upcoming.
Yeah, Graham Shelton just put it and used the backboard. That's what I did back in the day, Jimmy. In that High Hornet uniform. Woo, was I good.
Let's take another look at it, Coach.
Okay. Well, maybe here we go.
Flatt just setting things up at the top.
And great vision.
I don't know if his passing gets talked about enough. Free throw was off the mark. Left side, 3 in the air. 3 through the bottom of the net for Irk, his second triple. Quickly come the Warriors. It's a 9-point lead and a foul called against Brebeuf. That foul's going to go against Anthony Hobson, his first. It'll send Brian Lomax to the line for the second time tonight. 1-1 as the penalty is in effect. Jaden Ashley checks back in for the Warriors. Caleb Crane will take a quick breather. Front end of the 1-1. Ashley knocks it down. 3 points for him. Excuse me, make that Lomax rather. 3 points for him.
You know, he had a big night the other night against Greenwood Christian.
Well, a huge part of the reason we mentioned they didn't really need Flatt in the early going with those 2 fouls. Lead down to 7 off both free throws made by Lomax. Hobson at the top. Gives over to Macaluso. Almond and 1.
I tell you what, Almond is so strong that there's nobody at Covenant Christian that can defend him.
Listed on there at 6'6". Easily one of the taller players on the floor. In fact, he is taller than anybody on the Warriors roster, at least in terms of list height. Chance to make it a 10-point game.
Young man has a body of a tight end.
Free throw off the mark, so the lead will stay at 9, 29-20, with just over 2.5 to go in this first half. Flatt, a deep triple. That one in rhythm, but it rolls off. Rebound Amon. He lost it. Ashley puts it up and in.
I think that might have hit the backboard or the rim.
Got it to go. Another steal for the Warriors. Their fans that made the trip happy about that. Lomax pushes up the floor, throws it up. I think there's going to be a foul on the floor prior to it. Either way, it'll be free throws. Foul, I believe, is on Merrick Macaluso. Let's take a look at this basket a couple minutes ago.
I mean, look at the strength. I mean, that's just great play. And if you're shouting at that time, you got to go straight up.
Front end good for Lomax. He has 5 points, all at the charity stripe, all in this quarter. Can make it a 5-point game with one more. And he does. 6 points for him, all at the charity stripe. Brebeuf lead down to 6. Pressure giving Hobson fits. I don't think he's going to get it across. He will not. It'll be turned over. Here come the Warriors. Crane to the rim. He lays it up and in with the right hand. 7 points for Caleb Crane. It's a 3-point game. Hobson now works it up ahead to Amon. Now Smith. Smith pressured by Flatt. Leaves it to Macaluso. He missed the layup. Rebound won by the Warriors. Shelton grabs it. They can tie with a 3 or cut it to 1 with a 2. Flat to Crane.
Oh.
Back to Flat. Thought he was going to hoist there. Has the matchup with Smith. Gives it to Shelton. He'll take the 3 ball. That's just long. Rebound tracked down by Hobson. He says, let's go. Works behind the back. Has it stolen away by Crane. And Flat will walk it up. Now he'll push it up. Lomax. Little Euro. It's a charge.
Oh.
Sliding in to take it is Macaluso. Coach, what do you think? No thoughts.
No comment.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Lomax didn't go directly into him. He sidestepped it, and Macaluso, I will give you the acting job credit there, was falling before the contact came.
We got to come up with a reward. Just me and your game.
You and me might enjoy it, but there might be some parents out there that might not be as well received with.
Okay.
I'm in a skip pass.
We'll just skip it.
Irk. Back to Amin. He'll receive it for 3. Off the mark, but nobody boxed out Smith, but he didn't get the board. Mistimed the jump, and here come the Warriors. Little Euro by Flat, and 1.
Nope, they're going to call offensive. Nope, they're going to count it. Okay, good. Woo.
Tony Flat can tie the game at the line. His first basket of the night.
And if you're Brebeuf, you just want to know what happened to our 7 and 8 point lead.
That pressure came back. And they've finally been scoring off those turnovers. Misfire on the free throw, but still a 1-point lead. This is a 8-0 run for the Warriors. Braves trying to slow things down. Warriors trying to speed them up again, and it leads to a turnover. It's a 2-on-1. Up ahead, Ashley back to Shelton. He lays it up and in, and the Warriors have the lead. Shelton now with 4. A 10-0 run gives the Warriors the lead. And a blocking foul, I believe, is going to be called against Covenant Christian. It'll go against Ashley. Take a look at Flats and 1 a couple seconds ago.
Had the open. Really, the defender was there but didn't really slide over. Good call.
Double bonus in effect as Michael Irk heads to the line, and the Warriors faithful getting into it with some noise. Irk, calm, cool, and collected at the charity stripe. He's now got 7, can give the Braves back the lead. After all that, it ends a scoring drought that was 10-0 in favor of the Warriors. Gets them both. 8 points for him. What do you go, Coach? 1 shot here for Covenant Christian?
Yep, and the guy that has the ball is who I probably would want to shoot.
They're playing off Flat pretty heavily. Now they switch to a 2-3 zone.
He's saying, what do you want me to do?
Flat at the top with 5. Flat has some space. Rises for 3. Off the mark. Final seconds. Macaluso heaves from 3 quarters. Off the side of the wall near the stage doors. And that'll end that first half. The Warriors put together a 10-1 run, but the Braves still lead at the break, 31-30.
Good first half for the Warriors and for Brebeuf. I think we're going to be in a well of a battle of the second half.
Coach, you've been in many a huddle. You've been in many a locker room at a halftime break. The Braves know their biggest weakness so far has been adjusting to this pressure the Warriors have been throwing at them. You can't simulate anything in the locker room right now, but you can talk logistics and strategy of it. What's the message in the locker room right now, knowing they have to adjust to this on the fly?
Give the ball to our ball carrier, the guys that can control the ball, the dribblers, guards, and then you got to crash the boards. I don't think they're crashing the boards as much. All in all, a sloppy first half for both teams, but I think a lot of that is because Covenant Christian is speeding up, and then they turn the ball right back over.
Exactly the way the Warriors want this game to go.
Exactly. As sloppy and ugly as you can get, the better the Covenant Christian's happy about.
Warriors within 1. Braves lead at the break 31-30. A matchup between two teams ranked inside the top 10 respectively in their classes. Stay with us. We'll have halftime and then the start of the third quarter after this. You're watching on Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
This is a place of becoming. I grew up spiritually here. This place is a gem of Christian community, not just for churches and not just for schools, but for Christians coming together and dialoguing and truly learning and truly engaging culture.
This idea of the relationship with a student and the relationship with God, it's the most important thing in what we do in every single subject that we teach.
We want Covenant to be a place where they are challenged in their faith here in a safe environment where questions are welcome, but we ultimately have faith in the gospel.
The model of Covenant is that all teachers are Bible teachers, that all the teachers are mentors and spiritual leaders. And we've always hired teachers that care immensely about their students and not just about their intellectual life, but about their spiritual life.
The kind of education that Covenant is providing, both intellectual but also deeply spiritual, practical, the theology that changes the way that students live. The gospel is the message that changes everything.
We're not just trying to master the truths, but to receive them that we would be changed.
Do you want to have a thinking faith? Do you want to have a curious faith? How about a charitable faith? We need students who understand their faith, and not who just understand it intellectually, but who have a zeal, a personal zeal for Jesus.
We are pursuing concrete answers to everything always, to be right, but to live in right relationship. Not just be right, but do rightly.
Our model of education, our pursuit of learning, is not just about preparing students to serve, though it is that. It's not just preparing students for rigorous academic endeavors, which we hopefully do that as well. But we know that at the heart of it all, and the thing that matters most to us, is that their lives are changed.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Brebeuf Jesuit High School. Halftime about wrapped up. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. The Braves of Brebeuf on top of Covenant Christian by a point, 31-30. Want to thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday evening with us here on Indiana SRN. And Coach, I understand that we have a couple shout-outs to hand out.
I got a fan club out there. Bobby Allen has got some young men watching the game, and Benson, Everett, Sam, and Evan, thank you very much for watching Indiana SRN. Tell your dad to get you some more Coke and more popcorn, and enjoy the second half, boys. How about that?
It's always nice to have
fan club
viewership, give some shout-outs going.
You know, it's nice to have a fan club of 4 or 5 guys that know the game of basketball and sitting in front of TV watching.
Well, Coach, since we have these fans here, I understand that we're on a mission with subscribers to the YouTube channel for Indiana SRN.
We need 1,000, and we're pretty close. So if you would like to hit that YouTube button, hit that red bell and that subscribe button, we would really appreciate it. And if you are the 1,000th person to do that, you win a $50 gift card from Aspen Creek Grill. And let me tell you, you can handle Aspen Creek Grill, some powwow shrimp and some steak. Delicious.
Sounds like a pretty solid way to spend an evening or an afternoon. Coach, adjustments on both sides. I want to start first with the Braves. You talked about it before the break, what you want to see from them with this pressure the Warriors are providing.
I think what you really have to do if you're Brebeuf, you have to control the turnovers. You got to stay away from the turnover part, because I think that's where it's hurt you mostly, is the turnover, points off the turnovers. If you're Covenant Christian, you got to rebound the basketball. And I think you got to be pretty smart at where you're putting and where you're shooting the basketball.
For the Warriors, their leading scorer was Caleb Crane, 7 points for him. For the Braves, leading all scorers, Evan Amon, 10 points for him, 8 in that second quarter. Warriors will start with the basketball to open quarter number 3. They feed inside. It's immediately picked off and taken by Michael Irk. They'll give it ahead to Anthony Hobson.
But you notice they went inside. That might be where they thought they can really do a better job
Braves much more concise passes. Amin puts it up, puts it in, picks up right where he left off in the first half. He's got 12 now. Lead is 3, 33-30.
And he's just hiding underneath the defender. He's just
Flat fakes the pass, goes inside, lays it up, lays it in.
Something he didn't do in the first half.
Just his second field goal of the game. Warriors back within 1. Very high-paced third quarter. Inside to Amin. They're going back to the well. It's blocked away by Flat. He sends it out of bounds.
But Allman just sneaks between Shelton. Shelton has to play the ball and the man.
Coach, tell me something. If you saw a 6'6" individual amongst everybody that's no taller than 6'4", would you forget about him? Would you miss him on the floor? How is he sneaking around down there?
No, you're right.
Pass thrown away, tipped though by the Warriors.
I just wish I had a 6'6" guy that played for me.
Exactly. That'll always help an offense. I believe it might have had a warning
on
Coach
the
Howard.
assistant
Or the assistant coach.
On the assistant
Good point.
coach.
Good point. Something to watch out for. Hobson looks to trigger it in. Looked like a flop and a half on the right side. Officials say play on. It leaves an open triple, though, for Ezell, and it's good. Austin Ezell, his first basket of the game. Lead is 4, 36-32. And a foul is going to be called on the floor, I believe, against Graham Shelton. Second foul on Shelton. And they're going to say it's in the act.
Did they call it on
Correction
Shelton?
on that. Excuse me, it wasn't on Shelton. It was on Amin.
Okay, there you go.
That is his second. And it's Brian Lomax at the line.
He's just made a career on free throws tonight. No field goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count it 9. How about that? See, Jimmy, I never got to the free throw line. Did you ever get to the free throw line?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hobson gives right side. Papa Cook always wanted to see 10 free throws in a row.
I
Practicing
got
the driveway, you want to shoot some threes, got to hit some free throws first.
Papa Cook.
Hobson works right side. Now Smith. Right side for 3. Ezell make it 2 triples for him. He's got 6 now after a quiet first half. Lead is 5, 39-34. Floater in the lane, off the mark. They dish it over to Buckley. He readjusts and puts it in. Brock Buckley, his first basket.
And that's strength for Buckley. Nice job.
3-point game.
Here
Fake
comes
pass
pressure.
there by Irk. As Coach mentions, the pressure arrives. Hobson. Matched up with Wilson. Handed off, now tossed to Ezell. Ezell with a nice crossover. Behind the back, step back.
Oh.
Can't get it to go. Rebound won by Shelton. Up ahead to Buckley. Buckley pushes, adjusts, throws it up, and in.
How about that?
A little bit of contact as well.
Coast.
1-point game.
Oh, you got to go help. Got to go help.
Pass in the corner. Off the window, won't go. That time for Smith, and a loose ball foul. I believe he's going to go against Ezell. Oh, just tapped it out of bounds. So no foul on Ezell. Ball last touched by the Braves. Flat has it on the far right side. Thought about a triple.
Too much dribbling right there. Look at the post.
Flat crosses over, throws the defender, puts it up, puts it in.
And then he asked for the foul on the hook.
Can't blame him there. Give him 7 points on the night, and the lead back to the Warriors now. Ball was tipped by Wilson.
How about this up-paced third quarter?
Very fast-paced tempo by both teams. Baseball pass, and it's mishandled.
Maybe not what you wanted to do.
Yeah, Smith looked confused. He put his hands up towards Coach Howard. Like, what are we doing? Another unforced error by the Braves.
I don't understand. That the ball went into the stands, so they add a new ball.
It's good. Flat at the top. Gives to Lomax. Buckley. Now back to Wilson. Got that jab step to freeze him and put him on the line. That play started in the corner. Wilson a jab step, then drove right by the defender, had the body on him, and puts it up with a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
How about this three-point lead for Covenant Christian? I mean, they were down
by 5, 39-34.
Here's the replay. Just knew where he was, too, Jimmy. But what an explosive play for Wilson. Did that on the football field all year as well.
Mm-hmm. It's an 8-0 run. Third foul on Hobson. Second foul on the Braves. Wilson with 6 for the game, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. He will not. Rebound taken by the Braves.
Almost looked like they froze him for a while.
Hobson matches up with Lomax. Gives to Irk. Ezel calling for it. Amon wants him in the post. Amon goes to work on Shelton, and he had it stripped. It's won by the Braves. Irk will jack up a three, and Flat has the board now, and he's fouled. Collisions all over the place. And I think that might go on Hobson. If it is, that's his fourth. It is on Hobson. One more, and he's DQ'd, and they'll have to get him out of the ball game. Hobson will check out with 4 points, 4 fouls.
I want to say hello to our good old friend Andy Gossel, who's watching the game at home. Thank you very much for your information, Coach. I'll pass that along in just a couple seconds.
Micah Wilson brings it up. Lead is 3 for the Warriors. 4 minutes even left to go in this third quarter. Flat trying to put the defender on skates. He does. Adjusts, hangs, and scores.
Oh, my.
9 points on the night for the senior. Lead is 5, the largest of the game for the Braves. Ezel hangs, wild shot. It's an offensive foul. Trey Flat draws the charge, making plays on both ends. Let's take a look at his last drive with this timeout by Brebeuf.
Nice play.
Takes so much concentration and hand-eye coordination. A lot of core strength there as well for Flat to adjust in midair, keep his balance, keep control of the basketball, and put it up off the window for the score.
30-second timeout called by Brebeuf. If the ball goes out of play into the fans, they are supposed to sterilize that ball and put in a new ball. That is the COVID protocol for 2020. Did not know that, so thanks for that bit of information from Coach Gossel. We appreciate that. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think you and I both put the pieces together there. Why we're just doing that for?
Well, I just thought they were giving away a ball.
Oh, there you go. I thought they were raffling it off.
Throw it up to the sky ball. I never caught a pass before, but I could catch the ball in the skybox.
3:42 left to go this third quarter.
How do you like the skybox tonight?
It's nice.
Comfortable. I like the free water.
Anytime you get some complimentary H2O.
Got it.
Things are set for you. And some cupcakes, says our producer, Ben Wood. All kinds of goodies around here. Wilson will walk it up. Gives to Flat. Flat, man, that crossover is so smooth.
I think he just feels it.
I think sometimes he just wants to remind the defense that he can put you on your backside at any moment.
Yep.
Flat hangs the pass. Wilson jacks up the triple. Off the mark. Rebound, though. Won by Lomax. Floater up. That won't go. Rebound tracked down by Shelton. They'll reset things. Buckley bounce inside to Wilson. He hangs. He scores.
How about that?
8 points for Wilson. Lead is 7. It's a 12-0 run for the Warriors. Reed almost lost it. Gives to Amon. Now Ezel. Ezel thought about a triple. Now Reed will reset things. The junior matched up with Wilson. Heavily pressured. Almost lost the basketball. Smith adjusts and a blocking foul call. Take a look back at the last score for the Warriors.
I mean, this is the third attempt that they got at the basket.
They've been at every 50-50 ball. They've been at every loose basketball. The foul goes on Wilson. It's his third. He's been a huge playmaker for them throughout this one. Something to watch out for. I believe there's some moisture on the floor. Officials surveying the scene. Coach, the early stages of this third quarter, I'm talking the first minute and a half, it looked like the Braves had confidence of how to beat this pressure. But not only is the pressure still getting them in the full court, the half-court plays are being made by the Warriors on defense.
Yeah, hands in the face or just attacking you.
Smith's first free throw is good. He's now got 6. His first points in the second half. One more for the junior. That ends the run by the Braves.
And here comes,
knocks both down.
Here comes pressure from Brebeuf.
By the Warriors, excuse me. Buckley up ahead, puts it up, puts it in. They say no contact. Lead is 7. Reed. Pressured by Buckley, gives to Irk. Irk back to Reed on the left side. Had Smith, now gives to Smith. Matched up with Flat. Spins. Irk, extra pass. Great active hands there by Lomax.
How about Lomax? I mean, he's 3 steps away and he goes and makes a play.
Gotta keep those active hands. Lomax knows that. Coach Flat preaches that on the defensive end. Been very active tonight. Reed gets it, matched up with Buckley. Traveled.
That's Buckley.
He wanted to get the ball over to the far left corner. Saw Ezel, but could not make up his mind if he wanted to pull the trigger thanks to Buckley's pressure.
Buckley went into that little crust there or that little spot there and did the extra step.
Lomax will give to Flat, and Trey will walk it up the floor with under 2 minutes now in this third quarter. Extended 2-3 zone look.
And this is exactly what Covenant Christian wants to do, spread out the floor.
Flat hesitates.
I got to catch the ball, son.
Shelton was not ready for it. Turnover, unforced error to the Braves. Full court pressure back. They get it to Ezel. Matched up with Lomax. Ezel crosses the timeline. Man-to-man look still there for the Warriors. Irk gives to Smith. Amon calling for it inside.
Well, he's got the size advantage.
Smith hangs a tough shot from the baseline.
Is that a 2?
It was a 2.
Okay.
Give him 9. Lead is 5. Flat hesitates, adjusts. Offensive foul. They are going to call an offensive foul on Flat. They're going to say he lowered the shoulder. That's his second. Let's take a look. He did lower it a little bit, but I don't know if it was aggressive enough to warrant a foul call.
He held the jersey of 4, though.
Yeah.
I saw the little tug there.
It's a good eye. Reed will walk it up, and now he's going to be body checked by Lomax. Some contact afterwards as well. I don't know if Lomax didn't hear the whistle or what happened there. Officials are going to say words to both players. Lomax's third should be noted.
1:12 to play. I love this. I love this Circle City Conference.
It always delivers.
Man, I'm telling you.
Night after night, the Circle City Conference continues to deliver excitement on the Indiana SRN family of networks. Smith, one dribble. 3 won't go. Put back by Amon, yes.
Got to block out.
Give him 14. 3-point game. Flat adjusts. Skip pass. They work it around. It goes back to Flat. No hesitation. Off the mark. Board secured by Crane. They work it back to Flat. He'll pump fake. Thought about a triple. Flat with contact. Wild shot up. Buckley the board. No, it's won by Ezel. And now he got around the line of defense. He'll push with numbers. Ezel leaves. Smith alone for 3. In and out. Rebound secured by Buckley, and he's fouled. That's the 5th on the Braves. Good look there by Smith, but could not knock it down.
Tell you what, they're making the officials blow the whistle. The contacts, all those things. They're making the officials blow the whistle. This is a smart substitution here. Take Shelton out, give him some time, get ready for the fourth quarter. But they don't lose anything with Ashley on the floor.
It's the revolving door of talent on this Warriors roster. Flat will walk it ahead. I wouldn't be surprised they hold for one here. Especially if it's just going to be a 2-3 zone look by the Braves. It's exactly what Flat will do, a 3-point lead in pocket. Flat with 5. Flat picks it up. It's knocked away. Last touch by the Braves. It'll stay on this end with 2.9. Now you're running your out-of-bounds action.
Now you see Ashley here. I think he's got to go right to the basket.
Flat will be the trigger man. Smith applies pressure.
There it
lob
is.
it at the rim, right to Buckley. He puts it up. He puts it in. They caught the defense napping, and what a beautifully designed play call by the Warriors to end that third quarter.
And we'll see that replay when we come back, but I tell you what, that's a great play. I want to show you what the Covenant Christian did. It's into the third quarter, 50-45.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on Indiana SRN. If you would like to know more information about Indiana SRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back to Brebeuf Jesuit High School. Let's take a look at that buzzer beater by the Warriors.
Look at Ashley. Ashley takes the step, left Buckley, then they got to follow him. So Buckley has that little slide move. Didn't use the backboard, which kind of disappoints me, but it went in anyway. That's a good thing.
A point is a point is a point, Coach.
2 points is more important than 1 point.
You're right.
That's exactly right.
Final quarter.
You're not going to give me a break tonight, are you?
Not with the backboard. I get it if he misses it, but if he makes it.
Okay, fine. Hey, congratulations to Army today. Army beat Navy today.
Woohoo.
In our household, that's big.
It's big time. Braves will have the basketball. To start this final quarter, they trail by 5. Smith has it. Gives to Reed. They feed Amin. He was their big playmaker in that first half. A little quiet in the third quarter. Gets the fourth quarter started off right.
This is the second time that bench has been worn out. Interesting.
You expecting tees to be flying?
Well, no. But, I mean, no. No comment.
Flat will walk it up the floor. It's harder from our vantage point to know exactly what they've said with those conversations.
You're right. Because we're in the skybox tonight.
3 seconds against the Warriors. Sitting in the lane there was Luke Shelton.
Shelton
just had the heel in the paint.
Yeah, Shelton says, I was just right here. Well, see that little spot right there? That's the lane, son.
Braves trail by 3. Got to get it in. They do force it in, and a foul is going to be called against Crane. Said he had a little bit too much of the backside of the jersey there. That's the 4th team foul on the Warriors. Still 2 fouls to give before they're in the penalty. Foul one against Crane. Scoreboard says his first. Irk pushes it ahead. Crane all over him. He'll reset things. Around a screen from Amin. Smith. Reed. He'll fire a triple. In and out. Amin the board. Puts it up. Puts it in.
Got to block him out.
4 points for him in the quarter. 1 point game. Flat on the far right side. He measures Reed. 16 now on the night for Evan Amin. Ashley. They feed it now. Buckley hangs. Buckley scores. Brock Buckley with 8. Make it 10. Lead is 3, and a blocking foul called before the shot on the floor against the Warriors. 6:37 left to go. Braves very much alive in this. Warriors still hanging on, though. That pressure has still been effective. Smith hangs mid-range. Won't go. Amon again the rebound. He'll reset. It'll lead to a triple for Ezell. That one won't fall. Board tracked down well by Flatt.
That's not a bad shot. Got to go follow your shot.
Flatt adjusts. Wild pass inside. It was on a laser, but Ashley blew the layup. Eric walks it up. Went right into Ashley in an offensive foul. Eric was trying to get the contact and forcing the issue. You got to give the defender space as well. The officials rightly call it. That's Eric's third. You don't see that called often, though.
No, you don't.
Usually it goes the other way because the offensive player is still looking for that contact.
And you're playing side-to-side defense. That's I understand why Coach Howard is a little upset about that. I tell you what, the consistency
it's been phenomenal.
Has been very, very good.
I was a little worried with that first call to start the quarter when they called it on Crane, but you're absolutely right. They've been very consistent top to bottom tonight.
And if you notice, they all three have a professional patch, which means they have worked a state tournament, which means that they're pretty good.
Buckley gives to Ashley.
Oh, he got away with a travel.
Now Flatt control. 6 minutes even to go in this final quarter. Crane, a triple, in and out. Ball last touch, they'll say, by Ashley. It'll be Braves basketball.
Crane almost brought water.
Yeah, he did. Shelton checks in. Ashley takes a seat. 4 points for him on the night. Reed looks to inbound. Has to get it in. And does. Erk got behind the defense. Erk pushes. Up ahead. Amin scores. A 6-point quarter for him so far. 1 point lead. Flatt quickly. Up ahead, and a travel called against Crane. He went with a pump fake, shuffled the feet instead. Brave basketball with a chance to regain the lead. Got to keep your feet stationary, Coach, before you take off.
That's why I don't have any hair. My players did that all the time. Drove you nuts.
No matter how much the game grows, you continue to see that mistake every now and again. Reed gives to Erk. Heavily pressured.
Oh, that's close to a 10-second.
Braves have not led since halftime.
He called an over and back.
And an over the back against the Braves, and there might be an injury on the floor, too. Whichever player it was.
He got back up.
Yep, it was Crane. Just fell down hard.
Looks like he's got a cramp there,
yep.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Well, this is their second game back-to-back. Right now,
tough.
It starts wearing on you, even when you're 17.
You really get to tell where your early conditioning is.
Yep.
In this young season. Warriors lead by 1 with the basketball after the over and back call against the Braves. They'll bring out the 2-3 zone. Wilson at the top of the zone. Gives to Crane. Now Flatt. Measures up around a screen. Floater up. Too much on it. Rebound. One by Flatt. One pump fake. Puts it off the window and in.
How about staying with the basketball?
Flatt does stay with it. Give him 9 for the night. Lead back to 3. Wild pass. Smith secures it. Back to Reed. Amon calling for it. Ezell. Timeout taken by the Braves. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:41 left to go in this final quarter. Warriors hanging on to a 3-point lead on Indiana SRN.
You got a broken door, trapped car, you can't buy time. We take it very seriously and take pride in being responsive.
We have all of Central Indiana covered from Martinsville,
Avon, up to Anderson,
to Cicero. There's always somebody in your area.
It's important that we're able to get there, same day, because people's time is valuable.
On our trucks, we carry just about everything we need to fix a garage door right then and there.
Sunshine, rain, or snow, we're good to go.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Welcome back to Brebeuf Jesuit High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday night with us. Coach, while we have a second, if fans want to get involved with these broadcasts, what do they do?
Pretty easy. There's a donate button right there on the front of the page. Hit that. That would be great. Or you can contact us at coach@IndianaSRN. Every dollar that is donated to us, we put back into the games. And we need your help. We're doing over 200 games this season, and it would be nice to have some help.
Braves give it to Amon out of the timeout. He gives to Smith, defender on the ground. Smith aggressively takes it and put him on the line. Billy Smith gets it to go. And a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Third foul on Buckley. 11 points for Smith. Trying to make it an even 12 and tie the game. He does. It was a 31-30 halftime lead for the Braves. Following that, it had been all Warriors. Now the Braves have it all square at 54.
Oh, got away with a travel.
Skip pass over to Wilson. Just over 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Quick release, Shelton. That's short. Wilson followed it, though, to Flat. He'll work it around. Crane thought about posting. Now he'll reset things. Had a pick and pop. Flat calling for it. They missed him. Wilson a skip pass. Flat extra feed in the corner. Three in the air. Three through the bottom of the net.
Buckley
knocks it down. And I believe they're going to call a foul against the Warriors.
No, they call it kickball.
Oh, just kickball. Good eye, Coach. Anthony Hobson checks in for the Braves. Brian Lomax back in for the Warriors. They'll match up against one another. Smith gives to Ezel. Amon calling for it in the post. Left side, Irk for three. Won't go, and I believe they're going to say it hit the basket support. Be out of bounds, back to the Warriors.
Coach Howard is complaining that they're pushing Allman out of the lane, but, you know, that shot was up high, hit the support. There's no foul there.
Wilson will walk it up, 3-point lead in pocket. Crane again.
Oh!
Make that. Yes, it was Crane on the triple. Crane knocks it down. And a timeout, I believe, taken by the Braves. A 6-point advantage for the Warriors. We'll stay here with 3:07 to go. A matchup the Warriors have never been on the winning side of. 9 meetings, all Brebeuf wins. Braves on the ropes with Covenant Christian. Let's take a look at some of our matchups upcoming on the Indiana SRN family of networks.
On Tuesday night, Traders Point and Heritage Christian boys, that is a 7:30 start. Pendleton Heights takes on Guerin Catholic at 7:30 start. Lawrence Central Christmas Addicts, 7:30 start. Park Tudor and Greenwood Christian Girls, a 7:30 start. On Thursday, Shortridge at Washington. Tipton at Guerin Catholic, that's a girls game. University and Tinley, that's a girls game. On Friday, Richmond takes on Arsenal Tech, that's a boy-girl doubleheader. Chittard takes on Covenant Christian. Heritage Christian takes on Guerin Catholic. And on Saturday, Heritage Christian Cathedral Girls, North Central Christmas Addicts, Rising Sun, Oldenburg Academy, Greenwood Christian Academy, and Bethesda. Traders Point and University, just slews of games for you. We're going to see Gary Catholic 3 times all conference games next week with the girls and boys.
Always fun to see the conference games in action. Always fun to see all the games across the Indiana SRN family of networks. And all those games, of course, free for you to access at indianasrn.org.
They are? They're free?
That's what I've heard.
Wow, that's great. No wonder we need donations. Look
Exactly.
at it. All right.
Hobson will walk it across. Braves trail by 6. Under 3 to go. Looking for answers. They haven't gone to Amon in a while. They don't need to on that one. It's a drive by Hobson, but he had too much mustard on the release.
How about Buckley bringing down the ball down the floor?
Buckley gives to Lomax. Spinning, hanging. Can't get it off the window. Rebound Amon. In a world of trouble, skip pass high along the sideline. Amon was flashing, just a pass in the corner. That shot off the mark. Rebound, Ezel. No, they're called jump ball tie-up.
Wow.
Thought that might be over the back.
I did too.
Arrow belongs to the Warriors, though.
Now, Brebeuf down to 1 timeout left. That's crucial.
You got to almost pocket that bad boy for the latter stages.
You bet.
Braves in need of a stop. Michael Wilson will walk it up the floor for the Warriors.
That's senior leadership. You see what he just said, calm down.
Wilson to the rim, feeds. Buckley goes up strong, can't get it to go. Amon clears. Hobson pushes to Ezel. Pass in the corner and a blocking foul. I believe is going to go against Flatt, as it was Billy Smith trying to get a drive down the baseline.
That's a good foul by Flatt. That's his 3rd. What I really like after the contact was the pat on the butt.
It is free throws, though, is the only downside of that foul. So you're playing the odds here. You're hoping that Smith misses, and it was worth it when you're trying to take away a layup opportunity.
Well, they're going to call this 1-and-1 now for the Braves.
Was on the floor. Front end for Smith. Good.
Comes off the bench. 14 points on the night. Off the bench.
Big night for Billy Smith. That one won't go.
Hit every side of the rim. Okay, this is going to be the longest 2 minutes of the game.
5-point game. The 8th ranked in Class 2A Warriors, the 6th ranked in Class 3A Braves. Warriors have never defeated the Braves in 9 tries. Right side, out to Buckley, hanging, offensive foul. Sliding in to take that charge was Michael Irk. Paid a price for it, but the Braves get possession, and that's the 4th foul on Buckley. Conversation amongst the officials. Not sure what the conversation was. It was a dead ball foul, so there'd be no free throws at stake. Hobson. Full speed ahead and hit the brakes hard. They give to Amon. He tried to go all the way to the basket, but they'll call a blocking foul on Shelton. That'll be free throws for Evan Amon. 2nd foul on Shelton. Amon with 20 points on the night, 10 in each half. Huge free throws upcoming with a $1:30 left in this ball game. Can't get it to go.
Wow, free throws.
Home iron unkind. Now Wilson will walk it ahead. Flat controls, pressured, and a blocking foul call. That's the 7th team foul on the Braves. So the penalty is in effect. Coach, where's your mindset right now if you're the Braves, regardless of how these free throws go for Flat? Only a minute 22 left. Any foul, send them to the line.
I still think you go under the basket. You get 2s and not 3s.
Free throw off the mark. Braves got to hurry.
This is the third trip down the floor. They've been empty.
Hobson gives to Amon, full speed ahead. He's fouled. No shot on the floor. He'll have to earn it at the charity stripe. That's just the 8th team, or excuse me, that's a 10th team foul by the Warriors, so it will be 2 shots. This is an annual series. It's had a couple spurts here and there. But they've played every year the last 3 seasons. This is their 4th straight meeting.
Ever since they started the same conference, that contract has been there. So every game in this conference is like
it's always phenomenal.
Oh, man.
21 points for Amon, his first points of this 4th quarter. Trying to make it a 3-point game. He does. Gets the friendly iron that time. I think the Warriors, just a sub at the table. Thought they might use the timeout here. They had plenty to play with. 4 timeouts for Covenant Christian.
Coach Howard now is going to go man-to-man press here. This is when you got to knock down free throws. You got to cut to the basket.
And you got to be careful if you're Covenant Christian.
And you got to catch the ball.
Simply try to get the ball in. Don't do anything too clever. Pass to Lomax. Pushes up the floor. Lomax lays it up. And a blocking foul. Basket did not go. So now he'll shoot 2 free throws. A place where Brian Lomax has lived tonight at the charity stripe. In fact, all of his points still, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, have been from the foul line.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Lead is 3 with 1:09 to go.
Well, I knew Brew had to be on the screen today. Jackson goes out with his towel, wipes off the floor. Jackson Brew, everybody. Get a little bit of encouragement, and then back on the bench. I love kids.
Lomax. Perfect so far tonight from the line. Off the mark there.
Jinx.
He'll have one more.
109.
My apologies to the Warriors faithful.
Yeah. Jimmy Cook at Indiana SRN.
Yeah, if you have a problem with me, tweet me at Coach Indiana SRN. Splits the pair. 4-point lead with 1:09 to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hobson. Works left side. Will they go back to Amon or will they let the offense come to him? Trying to feed it to Amon. He's calling for it.
Oh, they put Buckley on him this time.
Smith. Skip pass Irk. How patient will the Braves stay? Hobson gets around the defender. It's blocked away. No, a foul is called. Foul on Graham Shelton. I don't know about that one, Coach.
I got him underneath.
Got him with the body?
Got him with the body.
All right. So 2 free ones for the Braves with 45.4 to go. Hobson's first free throws of the night. Can make this a 2-point game. Braves still have 1 foul to give in the penalty of single bonus. Free throw good. Hobson now with 5. His first points of the second half. First point since the first quarter, to be exact. That free throw off the mark. Rebound won by Lomax. Lomax around 3 defenders. And a timeout taken by Covenant Christian. They lead by 3 with 41.2 to go. We will stay here. Want to go inside both huddles. First, the huddle of Covenant Christian. Coach, they lead by 3. It's a full timeout. We'll still stay here. They lead by 3. You know, any foul that arrives from the Braves, it's a 1-on-1 opportunity, unless it's in the act of shooting, of course. What's the message going on right now with Scott Flatt?
For Scott Flatt, one of the things you got to do is got to come to the basketball. You got to be strong with the basketball. Then if you get fouled, you got to knock down some free throws. If you're Coach Howard on the other end, you're only down, 2 at this point, or 3 at this point. Still don't think you need the 3. I think you go for the 2 and go aggressively. I would double team Lomax at this point. Lomax and Wilson, both of them aggressively and going after the ball. I think Wilson's going to be out of the game, though. So Lomax will be the key. Got the Shelton, and you got Crane, and, of course, Trey Flatt. as well. Both of them can shoot the ball very, very well. We'll see what happens. This is going to be a long 41.2.
On the Braves side of things, you
Just
have
play straight up.
You know you have a foul that's going to at least give you a chance they miss the front end of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, you're at 8. That would be getting 9, which is a big difference. But you got to play straight up.
Are you going for the steal first, clean?
No way. Just straight up. Straight up. Because if you reach and you get called for the foul, now you got the 9. Now all of a sudden you almost have to foul the next time down the floor. I tell you what, this kid right there, Buckley, has done a nice job tonight. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 on the night.
He'll be the trigger man. 3 timeouts left for the Warriors. 41.2 to go. Has to get it in. He does the flat.
Now there you go. Get low X on the other side. Now balance the floor.
Flat works. There's no shot clock, so they can do whatever they want. He picked up a dribble in a horrible spot, though. Flat spinning and a timeout taken by Covenant Christian.
And that's a senior. That's a senior mistake that you should not have. You should know that you got to keep your dribble. Heat of the day, heat of the night, 30-second timeout. That's only their second timeout. They have 2 left. So
I was surprised that Flat didn't get rid of that sooner because his passing is a very strong part of his game.
And you would think he would do that. You know, you're in this situation, but you're 16, 17, 18 year old kid. You don't think that.
Sure.
I mean, you're not in the skybox and you don't have all the years experience. That's why we play these games. That's why this conference is the way it is, because every team is balanced with the same balance of kids and athletic ability. I don't think there's been a team really dominating this conference for the 3 years it's been here. You look at the Roncalli game the other night, lost by 11, but you look like they lost by 17 or 18, but they were still in the game in the fourth quarter.
2 timeouts left for the Warriors, 25 seconds to go. Flat can wait for contact. When will the Braves decide it's time to foul? They continue to pressure him. He gives it up. Buckley has it now. They try to get the foul, now they steal it. Smith up ahead, and he makes it a 1-point game with 10 seconds to go. And a timeout taken by the Braves. Basket goes for Smith. Let's take a look at that entire sequence.
I thought this was a pretty smart move here. The clock is coming down. This is where he made his mistake, because he got pressure and he got into the basket lane. Again, Lomax might have or should have come to the basketball. 9.8 underneath basket. It's going to be a long trip. I think you foul right away.
A heads-up play by Smith to realize that there was plenty of time to go for the quick 2. He didn't bring it out to force the 3, because now, either way, if you foul him right away, Coach, it's a 1-and-1, and even if he makes them both, it's a 3-point game. You get a shot for overtime.
Good, exactly. Now, here's the bad thing. You're out of timeouts.
You are. So you're in that huddle, you're running 2 things. You're running your offense and your defense for this possession.
And they added almost 2 tenths to the game. Now they say 10.6. It was at 9.1.
Yep.
So
this was a 60-54 lead for Covenant Christian. It's a 6-1 run for the Braves. Warriors do have the basketball. They still have 2 timeouts. They'll be inbounding though, underneath the Braves basket.
And that's to their advantage to a certain extent. Boy.
Tell you what, Coach, you can get a little helter-skelter here. You might play for the steal initially, just on the inbounds alone, but then you're right. Got to quickly foul. Buckley has to get it in. Got to get it in and use the timeout. Almost a 5 count. But they give him the timeout. So 1 timeout left for the Warriors, and Coach Flattle trying to go over what they talked about in that last huddle.
Full timeout. These are long timeouts, too, because you're telling kids 4, 5, 6 things, and then they have to execute it.
For the Braves, where's that messaging still? You played a great defensive possession there on the inbound, forced the timeout. You know it's going to be a little bit more creative of a play draw there, a more concise play draw by Coach Flat. Where are you expecting the mentality from the Braves?
Again, I think what you got to do is you got to go to the basket, got to go straight up and down. If you're going to give them the ball inbounds, how much time are you going to allow them to have before you foul? Because technically, if you give the foul at 7 seconds, long rebound, got plenty of time, but you have no timeouts, so It's almost a desperation type of thing. So whoever they foul, you got to knock down your free throws, because if you knock both of them down, you're only up by 3, but it's a better percentage for you.
And what the Warriors have to remember, if you're the inbounder, you still have a timeout in pocket. You don't need to just force throw it and risk a turnover. You still have a timeout if you can't get it in.
Well, that's what my assistants used to do. My assistants would go and say, okay, we still have one timeout, because I didn't care about that. My assistant took care of that.
Buckley looks to inbound it. They got a baseball pass up ahead. Shelton is fouled before the shot. Before the shot, say the officials. I think that was the right call. He wrapped him up with intent. And since it's on the floor, it's a 1-and-1 for Shelton with 9.2 to go. So just a second and a half came off the clock.
Yes. I mean, he dribbled the basketball 3 times before the contact. I don't know if that 9.2 is correct.
Well, the Warriors are more focused on the fact there wasn't continuation than they are the fact that it's probably a Brave operating that scorebook, operating the clock. It's a 1-and-1. Graham Shelton. No free throws on the night yet for him. First one up, clean.
Grandpa's pretty happy with that.
Senior will have one more. Shelton measures. Off the mark, rebound Braves. They don't have a timeout. Have to push. Irk gets it ahead. It's tipped up in the air. Grabbed with 4 seconds. They have time. Hobson up ahead. Amon pass in the corner. Shot is blocked. And for the first time in series history, the Covenant Christian Warriors have defeated the Brebeuf Jesuit Braves 62-60 the final.
Wow. And go 3-0 and now 2-0 in the conference. That's incredible.
A big-time win against a top 10 ranked Class 3A program. Coach Flatt and everybody enjoying it, that center court.
And how about Coach Flatt? He's fired up. He's excited.
Big-time victory for him. Coach Flatt's been a part of many of these matchups in this series. Braves previously 9-0, dating back to the mid-2000s. And as Coach mentioned, this series resumed annually once the Circle City Conference was formed. A huge conference win tonight on the road for the Covenant Christian Warriors.
And their next game is a conference game against Chittard on Friday night at home. They could go actually 3-0 in the conference, Jimmy, and sitting really pretty before Christmas break.
Right out of the gate, the Warriors with a commanding advantage in the Circle City Conference, hoping to elevate that even further. Next up for the Braves, they fall to 3-2 on the season. They'll do battle on the road in 6 days from now to sit with this one when they face Indianapolis-Tinley. That a 7:30 tip. And as Coach mentioned, a matchup at home in the friendly confines for Covenant Christian against Chittard on the 18th. That a 7:30 tip as well. Coach, some final thoughts? Anything else you wanted to hit home before we step away tonight?
No, I just want to thank all our listeners and viewers. If you, again, feel led to hit that donate button, that would be great. But what a week of basketball here on Indiana SRN that closed this week. 17 games next week on the network. Just going to be a lot of fun.
The excitement continues. That's the coach, Keith Myers. I want to give hats off to our producer, Ben Wood, doing a great job, as always, all night long for us here on Indiana SRN. Also, we have a second one to remind you, go to indianasrn.org. Coach mentioned plenty of games on the docket. You can find all the times and schedules there and follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN. And, of course, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com, search Indiana SRN. For our entire staff and crew, I'm Jimmy Cook. Our final in this one. For the first time in series history, the Covenant Christian Warriors defeat the Brebeuf Jesuit Braves 62-60 on the road to improve to 3-0 on the season. And until we talk to you next time, so long, everybody.